any time I have attended a conference where people were talking about these ideas. There is always much discussion about what is the correct way to speak of this. I can never answer any such questions, for the implication is that this is some subject that can be studied and understood. One woman had a very good way of expressing things that I wish to share with you. She said that if she told people at her talk that outside the room there was a cricket creeping, and that cricket was speaking about the true nature of consciousness and reality and awareness and the absolute, people would laugh and stay in their seats. Yet, if she were to say that outside the room there was an old Indian guru who lived in a cave for 50 years, and he was now, for one time only, going to speak about the true nature of consciousness and reality and awareness and the absolute, people would jump out of their seats and rush outside to hear him. She made a very good point. Why is it even possible that the human mind-body organism would have any type of a special understanding or knowledge or perception? Yet, people assume that a human can know more than a cricket, when the only thing happening is the process of thought. Thought has no relationship to anything other than itself. Thought is merely a byproduct of the human mind-body organism and seems to be a part of its functioning, the way we may say a bat has sonar or a whale has echolocation. Thought may even seem to have survival aspects, as in a thought we call memory, which is simply another form of thought. Thought may appear to tell us, like a warning sign, that this river is safe to drink from and that one is not. Yet this is the limit of the utilitarian nature of thought. Thought cannot understand thought, no less transcend thought. As Nisargadatta said, no object has an independent existence of its own, and therefore an object cannot awaken itself from the living dream. Yet, and this is the joke, the pantrom individual, an object seeks some other subject as the absolute or reality or whatever, without any thought that has content focused on knowledge or understanding or perhaps liberation or enlightenment. These concepts simply do not exist, whatever the quality of phenomenal experience, by which we mean that which seems to appear and be experienced. It is quite clear that any sort of interpretation related to meaning or comprehension or any abstract state simply is no more than a figment of the imagination, a byproduct of thought. Not even the slightest hint of meaning or knowing or any state that is called liberation or enlightenment can be found in the play of life in this dream world. And since the mind-body organism exists solely as the dream world, even states spoken of by gurus as beyond thought or beyond the dream are only more appearances in the very same dream. The content of experience may change, but the fundamental qualitative nature of experience remains. The goal of Paramartha is to speak the absolute, the source, a truth that has no opposite. And so, I am often asked about the source, the absolute awareness. How can it be known or perceived? Yet, this implies it can be found and understood. Yet can a tree find and comprehend the seed from which it was born? Be very clear that I am not telling you that. Yes, there is a source, but you cannot perceive it. Neither am I telling you there is no source. What I am telling you is that the very concept of source is simply an abstract idea, a thought, and nothing more. The concept of source bears no more relationship to anything than a thought about a recipe you will use to cook your makhan murg for dinner, butter chicken for those of you in the West.